Well, I was born in Africa, and Africa is my home. And interestingly enough, it was only when I had to leave my home, when I moved to France and then to England, that I started realizing this great love I have for Africa and the people of Africa, the animals of Africa, because I got so incredibly homesick, and it was beyond anything I'd ever experienced before. And I started doing a bit of research about Africa and about the connection between mankind and the animals through African tradition. And I discovered that the work that I'm doing now, interspecies communication or animal communication, is nothing new. It has been around since the beginning of time. And at the beginning of time, for humankind, Africa is the birthplace of the modern human. It is, fossils have been found that prove that the first hominid was born in Africa. And to me that struck a chord. To me that felt, that's why I feel so torn away from my home. It's not just because I was born there and because it's things that are familiar to me. It's because this connection to Africa goes far deeper than just this lifetime. My ancestors, they come from all over the world, but my original ancestor is from Africa. And that's also why so many people who come and visit Africa, it gets into their blood and they need to come back again, and they need to come back again, and they feel like they've come home when they come to Africa. And with my research into the beginnings of mankind and the connection with animals, led me to learn a little bit more about the traditional healing in Africa and how the shamans work with animals and the energy of animals. A lot of the belief systems are that our ancestors come back in the form of animals, and we can learn so much from animals. So we really are connected in so many ways. What I feel is, if we want to know the answers for the future and the answers to how do we deal with the crises that we face today, why don't we look to the beginning? Why don't we look to the start and how it used to be and what went wrong? And if we can see what went wrong, perhaps we can go back and repair that. And I believe what has been shown to me is that what went wrong was this great separation from nature, when mankind separated himself from the natural world. Because ever since we've been suffering from the sickness of the soul, and it has caused a lot of hurt and a lot of pain and a lot of destruction of the world. And if we can get back that connection to nature, perhaps we can start healing that pain and bring back the joy and the light, because that is what we are. We are light, we are joy, and we've forgotten that because nature is light and joy and love. And when we reconnect with that, we start remembering, and then we can start really becoming whole again and healing ourselves and healing the planet.